Okay, I'm kind of over this one. I'll get back to you. Yeah, I like this one better. It's not my favorite, it's my second favorite. It's the comic one, or called comic strip, I think. But I like it better. I don't look like I'm talking Chinese. But now I don't know what to say. We were talking about burritos, weren't we? I don't feed my cats burritos. They like very specific things, not random things. Like, they don't like dumplings out of chicken and dumplings, but they like the juice. And most of them like the chicken. Not all of them eat people food. They kind of look at you when you're eating something, they go, how can you eat that? That's disgusting. Except for bacon. All living things like bacon. I think plants would eat bacon if they could. Yeah, I like bacon. I like extra bacon with my bacon. And I like it crispy. I don't like it like rubbery, fatty. But yeah, I don't like that kind. My dad likes that kind. He likes it less well cooked. So does Abel. I just can't imagine. Bacon sandwiches, one of my favorite things. I like it with Miracle Whipping bread and just bacon. Lots of bacon on it. And you bite it and it crunches. It's wonderful. I like cantaloupe with a bacon sandwich. They're kind of a perfect combination, sweet and salty, you know. Cats don't like cantaloupe either, but they do like bacon. Well, most of them like the bacon. Shadow likes bacon. He doesn't like any other kind of people food, but he likes bacon. But we were talking about burritos, weren't we? Yeah. Burritos. Abel's Hispanic. He was raised, his mother was like the atypical Spanish woman in the kitchen making tortillas and tamales and enchiladas. And I say that pretty good, don't I? Enchiladas. I've kind of got the accent. Of course, I live in the little barrio. There's nothing but taquerias around here. And our Kroger's sucks. It's just because it's, not poor really, but lower middle class people around here. And I don't know, they don't keep it stocked. And every time there's something that I find that I like, they quit carrying it. And that's not their fault. That's going to be corporate. And they just say, well, you can't carry that anymore. And so they don't. And I get pissed off. I've left more baskets and little hand-held baskets in aisles full of stuff because they didn't have one thing. I can't walk in that store to get something or get a few things. And always, at least one thing is not available. So I drop the basket because there's another Kroger's about 2 miles up the road. It's 2 miles up the road, and it's kind of, you have to cross over Irving Boulevard. I hate Irving Boulevard. It's got so many lights on it. But anyway, it's 2 extra miles, and I don't like to stay away too long from the house because Abel's had falls. But that's not burritos either. I keep talking about other stuff when we're supposed to be talking about burritos. Cantaloupes. How did I get on the... Oh yeah, bacon. Bacon and cantaloupes. Love bacon and cantaloupes. Burritos. I'll get back to you on the burritos. Wow. This is the most unflattering style I've seen. If I don't say anything, if I just sit there and look, I look like my father. I've never looked like my father. I always took after my mother. I even look like I'm losing my hair. I've always had a high hairline. And trust me, I've got lots of hair. Well, I have lots of hair now. The chemo made me bald. I didn't have eyelashes. I didn't have eyebrows. I didn't have hair anywhere, if you know what I mean. But all the hair came back. Well, I still don't have much of anything under my arms. That's weird. But I used to be blonde when I was a kid. Even in high school, I was a blonde. But over the years, it got a little darker. And, I could still go to the beauty salon or wherever, the hair salon, and get it blonded. And that looked right on me and everything. But after the chemo, and all my hair fell out everywhere, it came back finally. But it came back brown. But this isn't about burritos. Why can't I talk about burritos? I'll get back to you. Okay, this looks pretty normal. And my lips are moving with my voice. I don't like speaking Chinese. And I don't look quite as bald. See, I've got lots of hair. It's just I got a high forehead. I've always had that though. But I look less like my dad when I've got it on this. That other one, that was scary. Not that my dad's a bad looking man, it's just I never look like my dad. Anyway, burritos. Let's talk about ducks instead. No, let's talk about burritos. I told you Abel was Hispanic. Well, he's the most white person I know. He always calls himself, and some of the rest of his family, they're called coconuts. I'd never heard that term before, but it's supposed to be like somebody of color that wants to be white, so they're white inside. But his skin is just as pale. But, when you put on applications, it talks about what do you consider yourself? White, non-Hispanic, black, whatever. Hispanics have to put white because Hispanic isn't a nationality. So, they're white. So, why are they treated so badly? Not all of them, of course. I mean, there's plenty of well-to-do Mexicans and Spanish people living here, but, they're people of color. And people of color are never treated quite the same as, one white looks at another white. I hate that. It's still going on. We're in the 21st century. We're 19 years, almost 20 years into the 21st century, and we still don't have flying cars. Well, I understand that Dallas is going to be the first place to offer flying cars as a mode of transportation, like flying Uber cars. That's going to be cool. It'll probably cost $50 to go downtown, but I don't care. I gotta do it. They fly themselves. It's not like there's a pilot in there. They're remote controlled. You just put in your destination and they get you to the closest pad. It's not like if you wanted to go to the mall, it's gonna land on top of the mall or the mall parking lot. It's gonna take you to the closest, like it's like a helipad there. And then from there, I suppose you take one of the scooters or the bikes that they offer that you can rent, or you can call a real Uber guy or a taxi, I guess. Taxis are like payphones, though. They're becoming less and less. Uber and Lyft, those are the waves of the future. And flying Uber, that's coming. Oh my God, I can't talk about burritos. I know Abel's mom made burritos. I think. No, really. I think they call those tacos. Crispy tacos. That's not really Spanish. Spanish tacos are made with either corn or flour tortillas, mostly corn if you're getting, really authentic. It's corn tortillas. And they're not fried till they're crispy. Wow. The white culture has really invaded that. And frankly, I'm not really a big authentic Mexican food guy. I like Tex-Mex. One of my favorite foods is Tex-Mex. Fajitas. That's so not Mexican. You go to some place and order fajitas, it's gonna be some white guy in a sombrero serving you. It's not authentic, but I like it. And you can order a burrito there. See, I got the burrito in there, but that's not much. I need to talk about burritos more. I don't want to do chemical analysis. I'm not smart enough for that. I'll get back to you. This is one of the cats. This is Flynn. He would crawl in my mouth if he could. But we're talking about burritos. And stop licking me. I'm really gonna try to stay on topic. Burritos. I used to drive a truck. I used to drive a beer truck for Matthews Distributing. And we were going to, what is the name of that town? Proctor. Right before. Stop licking me. Stop. Okay, sorry. I had to kill that cat. Anyway, we're talking about burritos. Oh yeah. Like I said, I drove a truck for a beer distributor, Matthews Distributing. And my route took me to, one of the routes went to Proctor, Texas. And we'd leave like at 6 in the morning and get to Proctor around 7 or so. And there's this little store, I think it was called Town and Country. It was kind of like an Allsup's. Well, I'll tell you why it was kind of like an Allsup's. Anyway, it was on the left. We'd stop there and we did do delivery there. So we get there and we do the delivery, take in the beer, stock the shelves, all that stuff. And then we get breakfast. Now, at first, I'd done the sausage and biscuits that you have to microwave and warm up and all that. I was over that. This place had like Allsup's had the case of fried foods, fried everything that you can imagine. And it's been sitting under the heat lamps. But, this was still early and they'd done it, so I would get 2 of the burritos and a thing of milk, big thing of milk. And, of course, that was burritos and milk that kind of grossed out the other guys. But, I'm the weirdo, so. But anyway, burritos. Oh, yeah. Well, that was the point. Those bean burritos would be good protein, give us energy to get through all the route, and then we'd stop for lunch. But, I like those burritos and milk for breakfast. I drove a truck. It was a, diesel 13 gears and all that, but I wasn't really a truck driver. Now, talk about guys or people that know where to eat. That's truck drivers. We're talking long haulers. Like, if you're on a trip going down the highway, you get hungry, you're looking for a place to eat, look for the cop cars and look for the trucks. That's going to be the place to eat. That's going to have the good food. And burritos. No doubt. They will have burritos. And that's going to have to do it for my story about burritos. Okay.